So what we'll do is we'll start with a strap. So if you have a yoga strap, go ahead and grab that. If not, you can always just do arm circles forwards and backwards. So you could do 5 backwards and then 5 forwards. So with your yoga strap, you're going to grab a hold of the yoga strap, take a hold of one end, wrap it around one hand. You can use a belt, a scarf, item of clothing, tie, whatever you've got to hand, and then you're going to take that kind of in quite a wide grip, place it in the hip crease. From here you're going to inhale as you lift the hands up and over, taking the strap all the way back, keeping the arms straight and the ribs locked down, and then you're going to take it all the way back up and over to the front again. So tap in front, tap behind. You're just going to do 10 rotations in total, opening up the shoulders. So as you can see, the movement comes entirely from my shoulders. I'm not flexing my upper back. So if you were to flex your upper back, you probably bend like this and come back, and it becomes a lot easier. So just really focus on moving through the shoulders, opening up those rotator cuffs, and noticing how each shoulder feels. Does one shoulder feel tighter than the other? I'm going to do 1 or 2 more. And this is a really good movement to help open up shoulders for any kind of training purpose as well. When you've done 10 of those, just chuck the strap to one side. You may or may not need it later. And then just join me in Tadasana on your mats. From here, we're going to inhale as we lift one arm up, reaching up tall. Exhale, fold all the way over or reach over to the other side. Feel that stretch in the side body, and then inhale back to center, switching over the arms. Exhale, reach all the way over to the other side. Inhale back to center. So we're just going to do 3 of these each side, moving with your own breath in your own time. Last one each way. And then slowly come all the way back to center. Take the arms out wide, and you're going to wrap the arms around the body as you twist to look behind. So you can just let the arms fall wherever they naturally go. Think about lifting and lengthening through that midline. 1 more each way, and then slowly come all the way back to Tadasana. Feet hip distance apart, lift the toes, spread them, really feel the ground underneath your feet. We're going to inhale as we lift all the way up, extended Tadasana, soften at the knees, and then exhale as we hinge forwards into our forward fold variation. So we're going to take ragdoll, taking opposite hand to opposite elbow. Think about drawing the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor. Just take a few deep breaths so you can swing from side to side. 1 more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hands to the floor. From here we're going to take 3 crouch curls. So you're going to inhale as you lift the heels, coming down into the bottom of your squat, chest to thighs, nose to knees. And then exhale as you push up and back, focusing on stretching out the backs of those legs. Inhale to crouch. Exhale to fold. Last one, inhale to crouch. Exhale to fold, and then go back to that ragdoll variation. Think about drawing the chest, so maybe softening the knees again, drawing the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe just take that swing slightly further this time, maybe swinging 3 times each side. And then exhale, release the hands to the floor. Taking the hands now on top of the feet, we're going to slide our hands up our shins, find that flat back halfway lift position. So in this halfway lift, think about straightening the legs, sending the hips back, rolling the shoulders back and down, tucking the ribs down so you're bracing your core and finding that nice neutral spine position. So look forwards just in front of the mat and find length in the spine as you do this. So reach forwards with the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath all the way in, and as you exhale, melt that down into that forward fold. We're going to lift up 2 more times. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeper. 1 more, inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, come all the way down into your Uttanasana forward fold. Plant the hands on the mat, and then slowly walk the feet all the way back to your down facing dog position. So spread the fingers, press through the hands, push the chest through the arms, pull the shoulder blades apart, release your neck from your shoulders and your ears from your shoulders, and then think about lengthening the spine. So keeping the knees soft, find length in the spine, find that tailbone high towards the ceiling, and then just gently pulse the chest through the arms towards the thighs or towards the knees, crown of the head towards the floor. One more deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, you can now begin to alternate from side to side, pedaling the feet, walking that dog. So coming still with the chest and just moving the legs instead, getting into the backs of those calves, those hips, those hamstrings. One more deep breath all the way in, find length in the spine. Exhale, push the heels towards the floor. And on the next inhale, you're going to take the right foot outside of the right hand for a low lizard lunge. Dropping the knee to the floor, reaching the heart forwards, eye gaze forwards, sending that knee forwards and out to the side also. So you're really opening up that hip area, and you should also feel a stretch in that left hip flexor. As you inhale, lift and reach with your right hand up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you take that elbow tap toward the floor. We're going to do this 3 times on one side. And then when you've done those 3, replace the hand, step back to your down facing dog, and then switch sides. So left foot comes outside of left hand. As you inhale, dropping the right knee to the floor, lift and reach with that left hand up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you elbow tap toward the floor. Again, 3 times on this side. Exhale completely. And then replace the hands, step back to your down facing dog, and then gently come down onto your hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're just going to take 3 cat-cows. So you're going to inhale as you dip the tummy towards the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you round through the spine, pressing the ground away, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Last one each way. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. From here, slowly come back to a neutral position. Take the hands to the front 2 corners of the mat and sit back into extended child's pose. So sitting back on your heels, forehead to the floor, reaching the hands forwards. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in again. And as you exhale, walk the hands all the way over to the left. Feel the stretch in the right side body. Take 2 more deep breaths. Exhale completely. And then inhale as you walk the hands all the way back to center. Exhale as you walk them all the way over to the right. And feel the stretch in the left side body. Take 2 more deep breaths. Exhale completely, and then slowly come all the way back to center with the hands as you inhale and come back up onto your hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips again. And we're going to take 5 scap presses. So keeping the arms nice and locked out. This movement is only going to come from your shoulders. Your lower back should remain still. So we're going to think about squeezing the shoulder blades together as the chest dips towards the floor, and then pulling the shoulder blades apart as we hollow out the front of our chest and lift it away from the floor. So inhale to squeeze, exhale to press. 3 more. So as you can see, this is a very small movement, and it's just coming from my shoulders, not from my elbows, not from my lower back. Last one. And then slowly come back to a prone position now on your mat. So coming down onto your stomachs, you're going to take the hands out slightly wider, and we're going to come into some cobra peels. So roll those shoulder blades, so with your forehead to the floor, hands go out to the side. You can use the whole of the hand on the floor or take your fingertips to the floor and keep the hands lifted. You're going to think about rolling the shoulders back and down, squeezing the shoulder blades together as if you're squeezing a pencil. And then as you inhale, peel the body off the floor, lifting vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up to that cobra position. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, point the toes, support that lower back. And then exhale as you melt the body down, all the way back to that prone position. Reset, so re-squeeze those shoulder blades together, roll them back and down. And then inhale to lift. Exhale to melt forwards. One more time, roll those shoulder blades back and down. Inhale to lift. And then exhale as you melt the body back down towards the mat. Taking the hands back underneath the shoulders, coming up onto your hands and knees. Resetting in that tabletop position, we're just going to do 3 thread the needles each side. So starting with the right hand, you're going to thread that right arm through and under, tap the shoulder to the floor to come underneath that left armpit, and then inhale to lift and reach that right hand all the way back and up towards the ceiling. Exhale to thread. Inhale to lift and reach. Last one, exhale to thread. Inhale to lift and reach. Replace the hand as you exhale to the floor and then switch sides. So left hand now threads through and under, shoulder to the floor as you exhale. Inhale to lift and reach. Exhale to thread. Inhale to lift and reach. Last one, exhale to thread. Inhale to lift and reach. And then exhale, come back to that tabletop position. From here, you're going to take the left foot now outside of the left hand in a kind of shorter, narrow, staggered stance. Think about pulling back into the hip as you reach forwards with the heart. Feel that stretch down the side of the leg, into the glute, the hip. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then with the left hand, palm facing down, you're going to inhale to reach forwards. And then exhale as you sweep all the way over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to sweep. 3 more. Inhale back to center. Exhale to sweep. Inhale back to center. Exhale to sweep. Last one. Inhale back to center. Exhale to sweep. Come all the way back to center as you inhale. Bring the hand back underneath you. Now turn the palm facing upwards. Inhale as you reach all the way forwards. Exhale to sweep. You should feel this more now in your mid-back rather than in your shoulder, and you should find that you can't maybe go as far as you could previously. 2 more. Last one. Come all the way back to center, replace the hand, step back to that tabletop position and then switch sides. So right foot comes outside of right hand. Think about setting yourself up, so reaching the heart forwards, pulling back into that hip, feeling that stretch down the side of the leg, in the hip, in the glute. Take a nice deep breath all the way in, exhale. And then when you're ready, inhale, palm facing down, reach forwards with that right arm, exhale as you sweep it all the way over to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale to sweep, inhale back to center, exhale to sweep, inhale back to center, exhale to sweep, 1 more, inhale back to center, exhale to sweep. So you should feel that in your shoulder. Bring the hand back underneath you now, turn the palm facing up, inhale as you reach forwards, exhale to sweep, inhale back to center, exhale to sweep, 3 more. So you should feel this now in your mid-back, in your lats, in your ribs. Last one. And then slowly come back to that tabletop position. Take the hands slightly further forwards. We're coming into heart melting pose now. So dropping the forehead to the floor, sitting back towards the heels, but pulling the hips back more than sitting on your heels. And then forehead to the floor or chin to the floor, wherever mobility allows. Think about melting your heart towards the ground, opening up that chest, opening up your arms, your armpits, your shoulders. And just take 3 more deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly come up onto all fours. We're going to go back to that cat-cow again. So taking the hands back underneath the shoulders, we're just going to do 3 cat-cows. Inhaling as we dip the tummy, squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you round through the spine, pressing the ground away, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Inhale to lift into that cow. Exhale to round into the cat. One more each way. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. This time we're going to come down into that prone position again and come down onto our stomachs. With our hands, we're going to reach the hands up in front of us, about shoulder width apart, palms facing down, and you can keep the forehead to the floor or keep the head lifted, whatever works for you. We're then going to lift the hands off the floor, just an inch or two, and we're going to pull the elbows, cactusing the arms out to the side for some prone pull-ups. Bring the arms out to a 90-degree angle, palms facing down, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then inhale to lift and reach, exhale to squeeze those shoulders together. So we're just going to do 5 of these in total, moving with your own breath, in your own time, really focusing on using the muscles in between the shoulder blades in that middle section of your back to squeeze those shoulders back and down. 1 more. And then slowly reach all the way back up. Take the hands back underneath you, come back up onto your hands and knees, tuck the toes and press back to your down facing dog. Pedal out through the feet. And then we're going to take the right foot outside of the right hand again for your lizard lunge. So this time, option to drop the knee to the floor for stretchy or keep the knee lifted for strength. Right knee comes forwards of the ankle and out to the side. And then you're going to inhale to lift and reach with that hand up towards the ceiling. And we're back to those elbow rotations. So if you're doing this like I am for the strength option, really squeeze that quad. Lift that knee away from the floor. Last tap. Replace the hand and then step back to your down facing dog. And then we'll switch sides. So left foot comes outside of left hand. Reach the heart forward, send that knee forward, send it out to the side of the ankle. Keep those toes glued. Inhale as you lift and reach with that left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbow tap. 3 again on this side. Squeeze that quad, keep that knee lifted. It's not easy. Replace the hands, step back to your down facing dog, and then come forwards into a prone position once again on your mat. Taking the right arm out to the side now in a T-shaped position, palms facing down. Left hand is going to come underneath that left shoulder. We're going to inhale as we lift that left leg up and over. Exhale as you reach it over to the right. And then inhale as you come back to center and relax the leg back down again. We're going to do that 3 times on this side. Just gently tapping, opening up that shoulder. And then slowly coming back and switching sides. So left arm goes out to the side, palm facing down, glue that shoulder to the floor, right hand comes under. Inhale as you lift that right leg up and over. Exhale to tap. Inhale to come back to center. And again, keeping those shoulders glued to the floor, focus on stretching out through the front of that shoulder, down that arm. Last one. And then come all the way back to center. Take the hands back to the front 2 corners of the mat and pull back into heart melting pose once again. So forehead or chin to the floor, literally drop your chest to the floor. Think about pulling your hips up and back rather than sitting back on the heels, and really focus on getting that chest as close to the floor as possible. You might even be able to get into puppy pose by the end of the session. Take another 2 deep breaths. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up onto your hands and knees. Tuck the toes, press back to your down facing dog, and we're going to come into a low lunge. So inhale as you lift the left leg up high to the sky, 3 leg down facing dog. Swing the foot through, plant it between the hands, and then drop the knee, the right knee to the floor. Set yourself up, so make sure that ankle and knee is stacked correctly. Inhale as you reach the heart forwards, and then lift the hands up towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath all the way in, and as you exhale, just tip over to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale, tip over to the left. Inhale back to center, last one, exhale, tip over to the left. And then inhale back to center, and as you exhale, pull back into half splits. So straightening the front leg, flexing the toes back towards you, stacking this hip up and back in a 90-degree angle, and then exhaling to reach and fold nose towards toes. You can sweep the hands back or take the hands to the floor. And then inhale as you come back through into that low lunge. Exhale to pull back through into half splits. One more time. Inhale to come back through into low lunge. Exhale as you pull back into half splits. From here, you're going to come back through into that low lunge, step back to your down facing dog, and then switch sides. So right leg's going to go high to the sky, three leg down facing dog, swing the leg through, plant the foot down, right knee, left knee goes to the floor, right foot comes forwards again, watching where that ankle stack is with the knee. Inhaling as you reach the arms through, lift the hands up towards the ceiling, and then exhaling as you tip over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, tip over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, tip over to the right. This time, inhale back to center. And we're going to exhale as we come back into that half splits, reaching nose towards toes. Inhale to lift and reach back into that low lunge. Exhale, half splits. One more each way. Inhale, lift and reach, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, lift and reach, low lunge. Exhale, release the hands to the floor, step back to your down facing dog, and we'll take one body flow. So we're going to inhale as we roll forwards, drop the hips, look up, find cobra, and then exhale as you pull back again into your final heart melting pose. Forehead to the floor. Shuffle the legs back if you want to. You can try your chin to the floor or even come through into that full puppy pose, bringing the chest all the way to the ground, looking to the front of the mat. Take 3 deep breaths. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up onto your hands and knees, and then come down into a prone position on your mats. From here, we're going to come into half frog. So taking the left arm underneath, reaching back with the right hand to the inside of that right foot, grab a hold of the toes, flip the grip if you know how, and then pulse the heel towards the glute. Try and keep your hips glued to the floor, both sides, and then rotate your shoulders back round to the front for a deeper stretch. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, and then switch sides. So right arm now supports you, left hand reaches back for the left inside foot. Grab a hold of the foot, pull the heel towards the glute, flip the grip if you know how. Pulse a few times, align those hips, so square them off to the mat again. Pull down shoulders around to the front of the mat, and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Coming now up onto your hands and knees, tuck the toes, press back to your down facing dog. We're going to come into pigeon pose. So we're going to inhale as we lift the right leg up, high to the sky, bending at the knee, open up that hip flexor for a moment or two, play with that twist, and then bring that knee through to the front right corner of the mat. Slide the left leg back, untuck the toes, take a nice deep breath all the way in, press the ground away. Exhale, melt the body forwards. Sleeping pigeon. 2 deep breaths. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come all the way back up into that seated pigeon. Step back, scissor over the legs. So you're going to take the right leg back, left leg goes high to the sky. 3 leg down facing dog, bend at the knee, open up that hip flexor. When you're ready, take that left knee through to the front left corner of the mat. Untuck the toes on the right leg, slide the leg back. Press the ground away as you inhale, and then exhale as you melt the body forwards. And again, 2 to 3 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way back up to seated. Swivel yourself around into a seated position on your mat. And then slowly come down onto your backs, bringing your knees in towards your chest. And just hug them in tight as you gently rock from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, take the toes to the floor, keep the heels lifted, arms go out wide in a T-shaped position, palms facing down. And we're just going to drop the knees from side to side for a few window wipers to finish. Unraveling the spine, releasing off that lower back, maybe massaging the hips and the glutes, opening up the chest and the shoulders. One more each way. And then slowly bring the knees all the way back to center, hug them in tight, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. Take a moment to acknowledge your practice, to acknowledge how your body's feeling, to acknowledge this present moment. And then whenever you're ready, slowly make your way all the way up to seated. Finding yourself back in the center of your mat for the final time. Inhale as you lift the hands up above the head, palms together at the top. And as you exhale, bringing the hands to the forehead, kind thoughts. To the lips, kind words. To the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.